Welcome everyone to another video of Planet Engineer. I'm so happy you're here. This channel is still pretty new. I am so excited about the amount of comments and likes I've been getting on recent videos and shorts. And stationery is something that I really enjoy talking about. And this outlet just allows me to connect with all of you. So please leave more comments, like this video, subscribe if you're interested in stationery, and let me know what you want to hear about next. I have some exciting products kind of coming up as the end of the year is near, plans for 2026, and reflecting on what worked and what didn't work in 2025. Today, I want to talk about these two pens I have right here, the Kaweco Sport. This one's in the Olivine colorway, the collection edition, a really new pen that Kaweco came up with. I just got mine a handful of days ago. Still, I haven't even inked it, but I've had other Kawecos in the past, like this green one right here. This was actually my first fountain pen. You can see is pretty well worn out, and still, again, one of my favorite pens that I own. How it fits in the hand, how it writes is just beautifully. To the point, Tad, I really enjoyed the nib. I actually swapped the Traveler's company nib and I put a Kaweco fine nib in it. My favorite nib by far. The thickness of the line, how it writes, really makes at least my handwriting a lot better. So let's go over a couple of things here on these two pens, because I haven't seen too many comparisons online, and these are my two daily drivers. One is inked with the Kaweco black ink, and then the green one, actually I'm gonna be inking this one with this Kaweco palm green, one of my favorite colors as well. Let's start here with the Kaweco. So one of the things, if you're not familiar with this pen, so it's a twist, it's a screw top, so you screw it to close it and you screw it to open it. And again, this one is brand new, but you can see the same nib as I have in the Traveler's company pen. Again, one of my favorite nibs. It has two really options to refill this pen. So I put one of the Kaweco converters here. This is kind of one of their standards that come, you can buy separately. It doesn't have a ton of capacity, but I really enjoy having just the bottle ink and being able to get a lot of it for, again, a lot more affordable. They also sell cartridges. So these are the short international cartridges. This one gets in that Kaweco palm green color. A lot of times when I was first starting in this kind of fountain pen hobby, if you will, I will just use this. I just kind of replace the cartridges. I bought a pack of 6, and that's all I used for the longest time. I've been kind of experimenting with some new inks and whatnot, so I got this converter to fill this pen here in a little bit. So that's really the Kaweco. Again, really small pen, really comfortable on the hand. This one, again, the Olivine collection edition, is aluminum, so you can hear kind of how nice when you open and close it, how nice that sounds. They also have obviously the plastic, which are the most common ones, really affordable, I think $20, $30 max. Same functionality, screw, obviously plastic, so it doesn't sound as nice. Still, you get a nice open sound and closure. I love, again, the green. This one is a beautiful green with the gold accents. One of my favorite pens, and one that I will keep for a long, long time. These ones are aluminum. They also have brass. They have all sorts of different materials. And again, my favorite pen by far to write with, to journal on the go. It's really pocketable. I've seen a lot of people use these as their kind of EDC pen that they use on a daily occasion. I actually enjoy a ballpoint pen or gel pen when I'm out and about. It's a little more versatile, but this one is one I keep near a lot of times. These two actually. So that's the Kaweco. We'll touch a little bit more here in a bit, but let's talk about the Traveler's company pen. So again, it's a brass. You get the patina of this thing. It's amazing. I got this one shortly after I got my Traveler's notebook right here. And what attracted me to this one was, again, how short. It's even a little shorter than the Kaweco. But then when you extend it, it's even a little longer than the Kaweco. And again, it's just because that closure mechanism allows it to be a little longer. So it felt more like a full-size pen when it was posted. And again, really comfortable to write, really slim. And for being a brass pen, it is not super heavy, which is nice. It can get really, really heavy. And again, super pocketable. I enjoy writing with it. This one also uses these same type of cartridges, and this is what I used for the longest time when I first got it, because the converter that I have here on the Kaweco was a little too long for it, and I wasn't able to make it fit here. I was browsing on JetPens and stumbled upon this new converter that Kaweco has. Really clever design. So you can see I have the Kaweco black ink here. This is a Kaweco converter. You can see that there. You see the piston is a little shorter on this guy, and this is where the magic comes. It actually folds, and that allows it to both have a larger capacity as well as able to fit in such a small pen like these Travelers Company fountain pen. So it folds and really easy to use and refill. Really enjoy that, and I was so happy when I figured out there was a shorter converter. I don't know if it was new when I bought it at the time, probably 6 months ago or so, but made these such a more capable pen in my opinion. Again, when posted, they're about the same. When capped, they're about the same length. Really makes a difference to me is when they are posted, these one being just slightly more comfortable due to the length and just the feel in the hand, the balance that it has is really amazing. Now, inks, I think this right here, this palm green Kaweco, really amazing ink. The greens that it produces are exceptional, one of my favorite colors. I haven't experimented a lot with different types of inks and colors, but obviously there's an infinite amount of inks out there that someone can use. And I'm starting to collect a few of those as well. But these two definitely take the cake for my favorite fountain pens at least. I have some other ones that maybe I'll review here in the future, but these two really take the cake for me. If you want to see kind of a deeper dive and writing samples or something on these pens, let me know. As well as, I know I've gotten tons of questions before about how I made the swap to the Kaweco nib over here. Really easy. I can walk you through it in a future video. And again, made the writing experience so much better. I was having issues when the nib first came, when this pen first came, and the nib wasn't really working well for me. And since I made that change, this has lived on my pocket, on the notebook. It's what I use for a lot of my journaling and everything, and is really a joy to write with. I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Again, I know a quick short video as we get into the busy planning season. And let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite pen and ink combination? I want to hear what you have to say. I want to, again, learn more about your wants and needs and all that. And I'll do a little deeper dive into some of the notebooks. I recently talked about this guy as well, what I carry here on field notes, again, workout, and some of the things that I carry in here. I'm gonna also do a deeper dive into this guy. This is kind of my memory keeper. Basically anything that I want to keep for the future lives in here, along with my monthlies and weekly planning. I love sitting down on a Sunday morning and using this guy to plan the week with my wife, and has been a amazing notebook to me. With that being said, I'm really excited for what's coming. 2026 is just right around the corner. There's a lot of amazing products that I've recently acquired just because I was curious about some of the Sterling ink planners, again, some of these new pens, colorways, and some more of these guys, some more of the Luckbee products coming up here in a few months. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see some of those videos in the future. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.